Hey everyone, welcome to the Thinking Funnel channel. I'm absolutely thrilled you're joining me for this explainer because today we're going to completely transform how you view the complex, culturally rich, and universally beloved king of fruits, the mango. We're going deep into the origins and varieties of this amazing fruit, and I promise you are not going to look at the produce aisle the same way again.
So let's just jump right in with what sounds like a totally basic question. What is the sweetest mango in the world? It sounds incredibly easy to answer, right? You just measure the sugar and point to the winner, but it actually unlocks a fascinating scientific, geographical, and culinary mystery that we're going to solve together today. To figure this out, we're going to navigate through this exact agenda. 1. The king of fruits. 2. The science of sweetness. 3. India's royal varieties. 4. Global record breakers. 5. Supermarket staples explained. And 6. The perfect ripeness.
Section 1. The King of Fruits, Global Dominance.
There are literally over 1,000 unique varieties of mangoes out there. But when you look at who's actually growing them, the sheer scale of one specific country is just staggering. Take a look at India. Coming in at 24.7 million tons, it absolutely dwarfs the rest of the world. I mean, think about that for a second. India physically grows more mangoes than the rest of the top 10 countries combined. It's an astronomical harvest, and it really cements India as the undisputed historical homeland of mango culture.
Section 2. The science of sweetness, beyond sugar. Now, to find the absolute sweetest fruit, we first have to understand how our brains actually perceive taste. The crucial metric here is the Brix scale. Think of Brix as a mango's official sugar report card. By definition, 1 degree Brix equals exactly 1 gram of sugar per 100 grams of liquid. Premium Indian varieties regularly hit an exceptional 20 to 24 degrees Brix. But wait, high Brix on paper doesn't automatically mean it's going to taste the sweetest in your mouth. This is where it gets really cool, because sugar alone doesn't actually dictate sweetness. Acid plays a massive, undeniable role. If you have high sugar but moderate acid, your mango tastes complex, rich, and a bit tangy. The acid essentially masks that raw sugar. But if you have high sugar with almost zero acid, you get this incredibly clean, honey-like flavor that our brains perceive as intensely, uninterruptedly sweet. It's exactly like adding a squeeze of sharp lemon to a glass of sweet tea. It completely changes the entire flavor profile. Section 3. India's royal varieties, the heavy hitters.
Let's put this science into practice and look at the homeland of mangoes to examine India's legendary varieties. We can clearly compare the data of the king, the emperor, and the queen of Indian mangoes, the Alfonso, the Chalza, and the Kasar. Notice how their distinct chemical makeups, their specific combinations of Brix and acid levels, create entirely different, deeply nuanced flavor profiles.
First up, we've got the Alfonso, widely known as the king. It has the absolute highest raw sugar, clocking in at a massive 20 to 24 degrees Brix. But remember the science we just talked about? Its moderate acidity gives it a sharp, complex richness. It's a heavy, almost dessert-like experience, fundamentally shaped by the coastal soils of Maharashtra where it's grown. It is celebrated globally, for sure, but ironically, it actually isn't the best fit for those seeking simple, one-note sweetness. On the flip side, meet the queen, the Kesar. It actually has slightly less sugar on paper, usually hovering around 18 to 22 degrees Brix, but its profound lack of acid and powerful room-filling saffron aroma are a total game-changer. These traits neurologically trick your brain into experiencing intense, pure, uninterrupted sweetness. When you take a bite of a Kesar, it literally tastes like pure honey infused with saffron.
Section 4. Global Record Breakers, Extremes of the Mango World.
Stepping outside of India, we actually find the definitive answer to our very first question. The Carabao, also known as the Manila mango from the Philippines, officially holds the Guinness World Record for the sweetest mango on Earth. Named affectionately after the local water buffalo, this incredible variety sets the global gold standard for buttery, intensely floral, and silky tropical sweetness.
Then you have extremes in pure size. Meet the Keat mango. Discovered in Florida back in 1939, this giant completely subverts all the visual expectations you might have of a tropical fruit. It can easily weigh over 2 pounds. I mean, that's heavier than a guinea pig. And here's the absolute kicker. It remains completely uniformly green even when it's perfectly sweet and ready to eat, completely defying the typical yellow or red color cues we usually look for.
Section 5. Supermarket staples explained, what you buy.
Okay,
So you're probably not going to stumble across a fresh Carabao or a premium Alfonso sitting at your local grocery store. So let's arm you with some practical advice for the produce aisle. The mango you're probably most familiar with is the Tommy Atkins. It's the USA's most sold mango by a wide margin, and it's characterized by that distinct dark red blush. It dominates North American supermarket displays because it is incredibly transportable, firm, and physically resilient. It's a classic trade-off, really. It has slightly fibrous flesh and a very mild sweetness mixed with a bit of tartness. It's a highly reliable everyday fruit, but it's definitely not a flavor powerhouse.
But if you're on a mission for pure sweetness at your local store, you need to look out for the Atahalfo, which is often marketed as the honey mango. It's much smaller, kind of kidney-shaped, and deeply, vibrantly yellow. It delivers a remarkably smooth, virtually fiber-free, creamy texture with these stunning hints of vanilla and peach. It is undoubtedly the true grocery store champion of sweetness. Section 6. The perfect ripeness, the final secret.
Here's the thing, though. Finding the right variety, that's really only half the battle. The final secret to the sweetest mango comes down to chemistry and timing. A crucial buying tip for you: how a mango is ripened completely dictates its sweetness. Natural ripening allows for a full, unhurried starch-to-sugar conversion, letting the fruit hit that peak 18 to 22 Brix potential. Artificial carbide ripening, on the other hand, is a shortcut. It chemically forces the skin to change color overnight, and honestly, it totally ruins the mango's potential. You end up with a fruit that looks wonderfully ripe on the outside, but inside, it's permanently stuck at a low 12 to 16 Brix. It tastes flat, watery, and just incredibly disappointing compared to one that ripened naturally.
And here is the golden rule you really need to remember. High sugar means rapid fermentation. The absolutely sweetest mangoes on the planet are highly volatile. For intensely sweet varieties like the North Indian Chasa or the Bengali Himsagar, the window of absolute perfection is incredibly tight. We're talking sometimes only 24 to 48 hours. You have to eat them the exact day they peak. They absolutely do not reward planning or sitting around in your fridge for a week.
Honestly, I think this quote sums it up perfectly. The sweetest mango you've ever had wasn't the most expensive one. It was the one you ate at exactly the right moment. That captures our entire journey today, understanding Brix scales, balancing acidity, and hunting down the best global varieties. None of it matters if you don't seize that fleeting, beautiful moment of perfect natural ripeness. Ultimately, it is all about timing. So, armed with all this mango science and a comprehensive map of the world's best varieties, I leave you with this thought as you head out to the grocery store. Which variety are you hunting for next? Is it going to be the deeply complex Alfonso, the silky honey-sweet Atalfo, or maybe a massive, wildly green Keat? Let us know down in the comments. And hey, if you love this explainer and want to keep unlocking the secrets of the food world, please subscribe to our Thinking Funnel channel. Thanks so much for watching, and happy tasting!